stick around for plot, they don't die. It's like they are hurt and they are defeated and they limp away like an 80s cartoon bad guy, but you give them some cheesy reason to get out of there, or just it's like, shit, they took a really bad injury and then they took off, or they surrender, those things that let them get away later. Because
you just introduce a necromancer.
Yeah, or introduce a necromancer, or somebody who's going to recover the body when you have the murder hobo do the inevitable murder hobo.
Actually, if I would have thought about it, technically, Thyra would have been able to bring him back in the eulogy, because she's level 20 druid, and they have true resurrection.
Should have been like, surprise, motherfuckers, I'm bringing the bad guy back.
He just beat
the very first bad guy.
You're like, I'm bored.
Was that the guy who turns out to be your Dayhead?
No, he didn't want to come back, so Thyra didn't bring him back.
Oh.
Instead, she planted a big ash tree where he died.
Gotcha.
Big ass tree.
Yeah.
Big ass blast tree.
The ass blast tree.
And then I decided that Thyra wasn't going to start having kids until all the goats were dead. And she was the only one left.
The goats?
Yeah, our group was called the Silvered Goats.
Oh.
Because our first mission was to kill a werewolf. A bunch of werewolves. And we used a goat to lure the werewolves out.
Makes sense. I thought you just meant all the goats in the world.
I mean, somebody's got to eat.
Goats. I hate goats.
I did have owlbear bodyguards.
Ooh.
Yeah, I ended with owlbear sentinels. That was cool.
In the campaign that I first introduced Envy in, Envy one shot, one killed an owlbear.
Oh, no.
It wasn't on purpose, and it was kind of, it was like about to attack the festival that they were at, and
Festival?
yeah, they were at a festival. It was a honey festival.
The honey heist?
So, it was a honey festival, so the bear wanted the honey, and Envy was like, oh no, it's attacking, and then attacked it, and then the fairy druid lady in our party, her whole goal for the campaign was to get a pet owlbear, and that owlbear was supposed to be the pet, but...
Yeah, I met this owlbear probably midway through the campaign, and he came up a couple of times, and when it was time to fight the big battle, I brought him in as a bodyguard with his wife, and they had eggs. So we took their... Well, they mate, so whatever. Yeah, him and his mate were bodyguards for the person who was supposed to destroy the thing that would kill the bad guy, and I had my little sister take care of the eggs. And then ended up with 5 owlbears.
Ooh.
I was okay with that.
What makeup to do today? I did the black lipstick. I could write Rakdos on my face again.
Yeah. Hey, Kay.
Hi.
Taco's a ranger now.
It's okay. I haven't listened to it yet.
Oh, you haven't watched it yet? Yeah.
No, I don't mind. I see. I know that he's not going to be a wizard because in the...
He's sticking to that bit where he's not doing magic, and so the joke he did was using a crossbow during the fight, and then he finally just was like, I find a cloak and I put it on and look really fashionable, and then he looks at Kravitz and he's like, babe, I'm a ranger. 1 shot, 1 kill.
That's funny. Yeah, no,
a guy.
I knew because in the trailer they were like, he was like, oh, you better be glad I'm not using magic anymore, or something like that. And I was just like, either, I don't know exactly what the premise is, don't tell me, but I'm like, either it's going to be like some type of alternate universe or something where they're not who they are, or I don't know. They're not their normal classes.
They all are, except for him. He's doing a bit, and
That's okay.
Yeah, and like without going into the details of what the campaign is, because it's neat enough where it's like, okay, I could see that, but I'm kind of neither here nor there about the whole thing. But
does it sound like their recent stuff in terms of like literally their recent stuff just sounds like playtests?
This is back to the balance arc stuff. So
yeah,
but it's what's her name running it? So
yeah, literally her voice is so soothing.
Yeah, and
she was talking, and I was like, I'm in love.
I was gonna say it's like I'm kind of wishy-washy on her because it's kind of that overexposure at this point.
Yeah.
She's in a lot of...
She's like DM'd for everyone.
She's in a lot of stuff and she's doing a lot of things, and it's just like, hey, it's really cool that you're here and doing all this, but it's a lot. You're in everything now. And
everyone was like, oh, they're just checking it off. She's just checking all the podcasts off her list.
Yeah, and basically it's like she's the hot thing right now, so everybody wants her to be there, and that's fine.
I'd never heard of her until now.
She
did Critical Role.
I was gonna say she was the one who did Critical Role, and she's popped up in a few other things, and she's popping up on D&D Beyond now, and she did a bunch of Roll20 spotlights, and she's done stuff is the best way to put it. And so it's like she's got, credibility behind her name because she's done other work, and she does good work. It's just the thing that I didn't like about this one was basically she told Griffin, she was just like, I never watched your show, so I'm just kind of winging it. And it's like, I hope you were joking, but at the same time, it's like I wouldn't put it past somebody who's just, there to do the thing. And again, it's not to throw shade on her because she is a good DM. It's just she's overexposed right now.
Makes sense.
Griffin, you should have put me on the show.
Like I said, I haven't had time to listen to it, but I want to. Mostly just, literally, you could ask my friend who knows nothing about this stuff. He's like my normal friend.
Goddamn normies.
Except for the fact that he's gay. And he watches anime. But, so not really that normal, but he seems normal. Ooh, S. I'm writing this backwards. How does an S go? If it's backwards, it's fine. MV wrote it.
Speaking of going, here's us, our faces. We're here. Let's go. Hello. It's us. Welcome. Once again, we are back.
Why is this so small? Sorry.
That's fine. Shane, you got any wonderful things for us today?
Not really.
Not really? Not really? Where's the enthusiasm? Where's the pizzazz? Where's the showmanship? Where's... I don't know. I got nothing.
Did you not have your daily dose of coffee today?
Did you not have your daily dose of coffee today?
Did you not have your daily dose of beer yet?
Did you not have your beer yet?
I haven't had any beer yet. I'm still working on it.
That's why. That's what the problem is.
Yeah.
That's like an Englishman not having tea.
Spending far too long with those terrible crafting recipes of yours on those late hours.
Those yours.
It's fucking dangerous, man. I've played like fucking 90 hours of Final Fantasy this fucking in 2 weeks. And most of that was spent fucking crafting.
Most.
But we're not here to talk about Final Fantasy. We're here to play some fucking Dungeons and or Dragons. Alrighty. Why don't you guys go around the table and introduce yourselves with your beautiful faces.
Hi, I'm Rendis. I have a beautiful face. I will be playing Lorigan Riker, the quote-unquote Oathbreaker Paladin.
Quote. I'm Dido. Oh.
No,
you know what? Shane and I will go at the same time.
Yeah.
This will be fun.
Okay.
I'm playing Jordan.
I'm playing Goose Rock.
The life cleric.
The champion warrior.
And I'll form the head. Wait, no, I'm Frost, and I'm playing Aljuic, the Dragonborn Bard.
I'm Envy.
But-
Casey. I'm playing Envy, and I am a Rakdos cultist monk.
Blood, 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 blood.
Well, that was surprisingly smoother than I was expecting. Anyway, would someone like to give us the recap of what happened last week?
I think Kay should do it.
We went to a farm and I disappeared, I guess.
That was like 4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was weeks ago.
That's all I know.
We still haven't left the farm.
You guys
We definitely left
started
the
walking
farm,
home.
dear.
Yeah.
She doesn't know that.
Oh snap! You're right.
We could have
Am I
heckin'
still gone?
bamboozled them.
We found a ritual, people doing a blood ritual to summon a monstery scythe with tentacles. And we that person killed himself, but we fought the thingy, beat it back to its plane of existence, and smashed its summoning altar. And then Guzrak got a business deal, and he's gonna be and then we were on our way back, and we met a very eloquent skeleton, and then Guzrak almost got my skeleton controlled by the rest of the party, and then Guzrak took them and put them to rest.
I definitely got controlled. You definitely put him
He was
on
willing anyway.
It's true. It just worked
Willingly
out.
got controlled. That's what he's into.
Yeah, and we closed on a bit of a cameo involving Envy and a lizard-like creature.
We weren't there for
Oh,
that.
yes.
We can't recap on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, nothing much of significance happened. They were having a friendly little chat, which revealed that this strange fellow named Gluttony was the one responsible for all the other murder that was going on the farm. So he's still a culprit, he's still loose.
Hey, it's fine.
Is it fine?
Yes.
But
For now.
specifically, taking control of Envy for a moment, I reinforced the rules of Chaos and Rakdos, and reminded Gluttony that you don't want to, you don't want to go out on a vendetta against any one thing. That's not how Chaos operates. You want to spread that influence. You want to be a nuisance anywhere and anywhere. Anywhere and anywhere? What the fuck? Anywhere and everywhere.
Wherever.
So he's going to go hunting elsewhere, leaving Envy to try and find her friends.
Yes. I am wandering back in the direction I came.
Yeah. It's not overly for the sake of convenience. I'm just gonna say you're trudging around nice and early in the morning, and roll me a D100. Let's see if something funny happens.
I need to get on roll 20.
According to this, you are on roll 20.
Yeah, you've been in the room for like 6 weeks now.
It says you've been there forever.
I have nothing opened on my computer with roll 20, so I don't know what that is.
It means it never logged you out.
That's
You've
so
just been in here forever.
Look at my lips. That's silly. I don't know if I like it though. Sign in. Ah, Clint. This is Winter's Gate, right?
Yeah.
It sure is.
Lit. A D100. Whoop. Oh, guys, go down. A 9.
Yes. That could be evil. Oh, I'm kidding. Traveling is fairly uneventful, and you do, luckily, chance upon a tent. Quite a large one, in fact. With Guzrock leaned up against the entrance, dozing. Probably snoring loudly.
Alright.
I want to sneak up and scare him.
Yeah, Guzrock, what's your passive perception?
My passive perception is actually not bad. 15.
Quite good, yeah. Alright, Envy, why don't you give me a stealth roll to see how sneaky you can be?
Hey. It's a 20.
Don't notice.
Alright. Yeah. You're able to tiptoe up to Guzrock. And what exactly do you do to the poor old man?
I like tiptoe, and I'm like this, and then I suddenly just go tickle, 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 and I just like bring my like fingers up his chest, just like there's a bunch of just weird random shit crawling on you. And I'm like screaming like
Roldane is suddenly alert and in your grasp. I'm kidding.
I jump up and start screaming and probably mess up the little tent well I made on the tree, and I start running and probably a tarp gets stuck on my face and I'm like, spiders, really loud spiders.
All I'm seeing is Guzrock running through like clothes hung on a clothesline.
Yeah.
Stuck in a sheet, like.
In breaking news, Simpson man sleeps nude in an oxygen tent that he thinks gives him such sexual powers.
Who?
God, young people that don't understand Simpsons references.
I got it.
Oh, I didn't. I thought you said something like a person with the last name Simpson, and I was like, I thought it was a news article.
Technically.
I know, but I thought it was like a legit news article.
That's okay. I'm not young, and I didn't get the Simpsons reference.
But yeah. Suddenly, everyone's alerted by Guzrock throwing himself up from where he was sleeping and then running through the tarp and just ripping it from the tree. And you guys are, like, probably beset by a couple of leaves and twigs and stuff that just snapped off. As you think you're under attack by spiders. At least that's what Guzrock is shouting.
I'm asleep, so I'm not wearing armor.
Yeah, and naked Lorian comes running out with her sword on.
I'm gonna pop Word of Radiance because I'm not wearing any armor and I'm basically as naked as Lorian.
They're on me.
What's on you? What's attacking us?
I start
Spiders.
I start turning around, like trying to like pull the sheet off.
The spiders, they're attacking Guzrock.
Inside check.
Lorian just blinks at the fact that Envy is back.
Like rapidly patting down my fur and...
Yeah, Envy, give me a deception roll to see how how convincing you sound.
Oh, damn.
I'm not even trying to be, but it's okay.
I still think there's spiders on me.
Yeah, they ran that way, and I like point in the distance.
I'm running on my back.
There's nothing. There's nothing on your back.
They must have taken your soul and ran.
Nonsense. Spiders throw me souls.
Ah, these do though. You've never heard of them. They are demon spiders.
Well, shit.
Jordan's gonna roll her eyes and go get dressed for the day and get ready.
Is it day? Is it day time?
Yeah, Envy was traveling in the early morning, so it's probably a little earlier than you'd have liked, but you should be able to get up and have a full productive day off the amount of sleep you got.
Well, I guess welcome back. It's
Ew.
about time you got back.
What happened while I was gone?
Not a whole lot, and we were about to leave anyways before we resolved everything.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it seems like when I'm not around, things are pretty boring.
That's one way of putting it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I met up with my friend.
Did you?
I stopped the boars from getting killed.
Funny, we were going to say the same thing.
Mm-hmm. You met up with a friend and stopped the boars from getting killed?
And then some.
I mean, maybe we met up with one of your friends and killed it and stopped the boars from getting killed, but we killed something that was killing the boars.
No.
Something definitely died.
Well, I don't think it was my friend.
Was your friend responsible for this?
Parts of it.
Which parts?
I will refer to the GM.
On the first day, you quickly discovered that there was, with decent medicine checks, you were able to realize that there was 2 different methods of how these creatures were killed. So, the party killed the Chaos Beast that was responsible for the draining method, while Envy seems to be talking about the one that was more ravenous and, ripping its prey apart.
Oh, okay, so, the one that, not the one that was doing the draining. There was another guy that was doing some, ripping and, going into it like it was a turkey leg at the Renaissance Festival.
I like turkey legs.
Yeah, that was my friend, and I told him to stop.
Yeah, he's gonna stop, right?
Yeah.
We don't have to have a conversation with him.
I mean, we can always have a conversation with him, but he won't kill any more boars.
That doesn't sound very reassuring.
No.
Is anything I say reassuring?
Not really.
Exactly. But you have my word. He will stop causing trouble in this particular scenario.
I require more assurances than your word. How much gold do you have?
Did I get any gold?
Roll me a D100 and aim high.
34.
While you were camping out with Gluttony, you were trudging through the snow, and you found a copper coin just under some snow.
But you also have the money from the first job we did.
I do.
The pegging. I think we each got 50 gold from that?
Mm-hmm. Something like that. I just know how much I have. I got a copper piece while I was out.
A whole copper piece, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's good that we all have something to show for this.
Well, a copper piece isn't going to keep you alive. But if you'd like to stay alive and make reassurances, I'll take 25 gold.
How about I give you 10 now and 15 once it's been reassured?
Yeah, that's not how it works.
Come on. You didn't even notice it? You didn't see that there were 2 different methods?
Yes, I'm the one who discovered the 2 different methods.
I stopped the other one.
I give her a pat on the shoulder. Good for you.
Mm-hmm.
And I go back to doing my morning prayers.
So I can keep my 25?
As long as you don't expect me to keep you alive.
Oh, that's fine.
Out of character, Jordan's just trying to get money so that she can get a gold, so she can get a diamond to cast Revivify if any of us die. But in character, she's just being a bitch.
Okay.
And when everyone starts to go back, eventually you'll see this Dragonborn head slowly peek out from the sleeping bag. Is that goddamn skeleton gone?
It was actually spiders, but yes, they ran away. We scared them off.
No, there was, and he's got like his dagger near. There was a skeleton man that came in here last night.
Yeah, he's been dealt with.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good, because I think I passed out, and I don't know how long I've been asleep in this bag. Also, hello, Envy.
Hello!
This morning, Jordan's prayers are actually going to include Lorien and herself because of the visions and proximity of this book that she's been carrying for almost 3 or 4 days now, as she prepares her spells for the day.
Yeah, that's fair. During the night, you probably had another lewd dream. Lorien probably had something similar. The book seems to be realizing what you actually like. Anyhow, it's now the morning. Skian is only but a couple hours away. You guys gonna do some of that there traveling?
Yeah.
Might as well go back and get paid for the legit job we took.
That'll be fun.
Yeah,
Did we complete whatever that job was?
That was what we did in the cultist cave.
Mm-hmm.
In the cave?
And that you were supposed to return the book to the people there.
Yeah!
Yeah, that's not happening.
You were the one that said.
Yeah, that
was 3 days
was supposed to be the one to bring it
That
in.
was 3 days ago. That's not happening now.
Why?
That's for me to know and you to hopefully never find out.
She read the book.
She hasn't read the book.
Yet?
At all.
She looked at
You-
the pages, if memory serves.
I did open it when we first saw it and to see what the book was, because the book was open when we found it.
But it was more of the implication that she read the book and she hasn't.
No, I have not read the book.
Yes, Jordan's been a good girl.
You think my will is so easily wavered by that of a book?
I just know mine is. I just wanted to look at it and have them know that the only thing keeping me from wanting it was knowing that they would know that I was the one that got it.
Yeah, if you would have been here 3 days ago, you might have gotten it. But now it's 3 days later. And now it's a hard no. But don't worry, you'll get your credit.
Okay.
Anyway,
Well, then let's go. I want my credit.
Traveling during the day is relatively easy, relatively fine. So I'm not going to make you just do a weather roll. There's not that much left to go anyhow. So, given a couple hours, it's probably coming up upon like 11 o'clock or, you know, close-ish to midday when Skian comes back into view. And walking inside is not a chore or anything. There's guards at the gate, but they just give you a courteous nod. They're not gonna waylay you or anything wacky like that. So, where to, friends?
The temple.
Alrighty. Now,
Ghostrock, where are you planning to open this restaurant? You've gotten quite a bit of connections now.
I give the address. Hang on, let me see if I have that.
Do you do events like parties, or would you do parties?
Probably.
Or funerals.
I did not. What were the 3 districts again?
It was whatever one didn't have a lot of restaurants.
I think it was like the pub district, the tavern district, and the fucking saloon district.
Yeah,
Nice.
something like that. They're like all the same.
We gotta pick the Cantina district, guys.
I think it was the. I think it was the pub one, because it sounded like it had a lot of places to drink, not a lot of places to eat, or something.
Yeah, that sounds vaguely familiar to me as well. All the districts are fairly similar.
Yeah.
Not until you get to
Was Ghostrock actually able to get a building?
Yeah,
Oh,
he
yeah.
bought.
He just you haven't opened yet.
Just haven't had opening night yet.
But yeah, you can make up an imaginary address for that. I'm not overly concerned.
Okay.
Otherwise, you can have
170
yeah, 17,
Like
Frothy Avenue.
Frothy. 17 Frothy Avenue.
At least it's not 69 Frothy Avenue.
It could be.
Now.
69. Ass Blast Avenue.
Perfect.
I was gonna say ass bait because I couldn't remember what the word was. I was like ass bait.
37 Blast Ass Avenue.
Although, from a culinary perspective, an ass blast is probably not an appetizing thing.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it just means you got very spicy food.
So you say that, but people still eat at Taco Bell, so you get a $5 ass blast box from them.
Well, Ghostrock, I have a feeling soon we might have something to celebrate.
Sidechain. I do have plans. In fact, I should probably get started as soon as we.
Guys, you should probably speak up because we can't hear you.
It sounds exciting. In fact, I should probably get started making things once we finish here. And send invitations out. So many.
Do you need assistance?
Yes, can you put up flyers?
Yes, I can also perform at your bar for a small fee.
Sad bard noises.
Why wouldn't you just work together?
You can write an amazing song.
I cannot write songs, but I can do clips to them.
Well, then I will write and perform the songs.
I
and you
can
do the
contort.
flips.
I can go inside of a box, and then we can make it to that. Basically, when the beat drops, I pop out.
Aldric, how are you with like slow string music? You know, like they play in those fancy restaurants, those romantic ones.
It's not the first time I've done it. I'm not bad at it. I usually don't get the request. Most people want something upbeat while they get drunk.
Bear in mind,
Getting married.
I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people getting married at some point in time.
Give my hand at the slow music. I've got an instrument for it somewhere.
Somewhere. He pulls it out of his butt.
Just like takes out an accordion, throws it away, takes out some bagpipes, tosses that aside. Aha! I have a flute. Something slow and elegant.
Kind of like pipe music. Like My Heart Will Go On.
Oh my god.
Oh well, I hope it
But
does.
just the
That'd be
music,
terrible.
not the words.
Sure, it's a good thing I don't speak Canadian. I'd never be able to sing it. But I will gladly play the music.
I can sing it. Just put it on a sheet of paper and I will read it.
While you're contorted in the box?
Yes, it'll be a box singing.
Interesting. A slow song surprise.
Mm-hmm. And singing box. Lots of people will come to see that.
Should we go in? I want to
Yes.
get rid of this thing.
Go to temple.
But Guzrock, Aldruic will make plans. Soon.
Sure.
Alright.
I guess while you all take care of your the bad book thing, I will maybe I can make a little bit of coin while you're doing that.
You sure you don't want to come?
Actually, I've never seen heretical works destroyed. That'd be quite interesting. Sure.
Mm-hmm. You could write a song about it.
Read it.
I don't know if you want to eat a book written with terrible, evil things in it. It might upset your stomach a little bit.
Not everything.
It
is
might give
edible.
you an ass blast.
I mean, everything's edible. Some things only once.
I apologize. I lost my internet. And I missed what Aldruic said.
Aldruic got ass blasted.
Oh.
Typical Aldruic fashion. He said, yeah, actually, I'd like to go. I haven't seen heretical works destroyed before.
And then we talked about eating it.
Book?
Guzrock did. Said
Oh.
he could eat it, and it's like, well, don't know how well your stomach would fare.
I'm a chef. I could probably cook it into something.
I mean, I am no cannibal, but when she made the soup of those... What were they? Dwarves? No. Were they dwarves?
They were.
They smelled really good.
Some of them were.
Well, they were people.
Who did?
I didn't feed you any people.
No, but you put one in a pot of soup, and it actually kind of smelled pretty good.
It did.
I forgot who it was we were looking for. I forgot her name already.
You forgot.
It's been weeks, man.
Here, it's okay. I can just go in and I can be like, excuse me, temple lady, I don't know your name, but we talked to you last time.
Jordan, in character, would remember that
Yes.
the person they're looking for is Battle Mother Magdalene LaRouse.
Magdalene, okay.
She sounds hot.
I knew it was Battle Mother, but I couldn't remember the actual name. I was like, it's just such a cool title.
Yeah, someone's been listening to too many fucking Warhammer novels.
Magdalene, what? What was the last name?
LaRouse. Oh, copy that for you.
Magdalene Loras Blast. It's fine.
Loras.
Oh, mommy.
Oh, that's naughty. I actually spelled it lore ass.
Not Lorax.
I'm Battle Mother Lorax. I speak for the trees. You chop any down, I'll break your knees.
Yeah, I'll go look for her. Wherever it is that I'll know that she is. Probably her office.
Yeah, she's in and out. She has things to attend to, but you're able to wrangle a squire, and they run off and fetch her. And yeah, they do summon you to an office of sorts. Does everyone go in?
Sure.
Lorian goes in.
I mean,
Yep.
do Jordan has the book, so of course.
Very good.
Oh, mother.
She was told to expect you. Like, they weren't just gonna take you to her unannounced, so when you just walk in, she's sitting there, elbows resting on... No, she's a holy woman, she would have better table manners than that. She's sitting there upright, arms, like, hands clasped on the desk in front of her. Ah, Sister Jordan.
Battle Mother?
Pleased to see you back. How fare thee?
I can't say completely 100%, but we are alive.
And Malatek,
Dealt with.
I trust you return with good news.
Yes. We killed him, right? Yeah.
Yes, we did.
Yep, killed the crap
He
out
is.
of him.
We. And I make sure that when I say the we, I spend a second on Envy. Took care of it.
Mm-hmm.
We encountered some Bay Knights and Bull followers along the way, but they were dealt with in kind.
I trust you expunged them all then.
All that came across our path,
Tremendous.
as well as finding these. And I pull out, it was like some kind of statue that we found. And
because I think...
Oh,
Like a
Envy has
reliquary?
one, you have
Yeah,
one?
Guzrock was carrying the profane statue because everybody was fighting over it.
Yeah, Gazrock had to step in and be a dad.
Yeah.
Oh,
And,
this second. I was gonna mow it
this.
down.
And she puts the book on the table. Is Envy standing there with her hand raised?
Yeah, she's not gonna look at Envy, because the moment the book comes out, she noticeably starts and she, like, jumps up and the chair behind her just slides backwards, and her hand immediately goes to, like, rest on her weapon, but that's just natural for her. And she kind of recoils a little bit.
I retrieved that book.
You found this in the possession of Malatek.
Yeah.
We did.
Yes.
Pray, tell me, children, you did not gaze upon its pages, did you?
I wasn't allowed to.
The book was open already, and my eyes fell upon it. And she looks to Jordan.
As did mine when I retrieved it.
Oh, that was a look of don't say anything, but that's fine.
Oh, well, she did. Well,
I was gonna take the fall for looking at it, but
she's
Now
not
you're
gonna lie to
both
the Battle
crazy.
Mother.
that's fine.
I was a good noodle, I just want you to know that.
It pleases me to hear that. Yes, young one.
Can I, keep that statue?
We have more pressing matters at the moment. She calls out for someone called Julius, one of her squires. They come in and they attend to her, and she whispers into their ear something along the lines of, "Go get me something, some such," and they run off, seemingly quite urgently. It pleases me to hear that you did not gaze upon the pages for any significant length of time.
Yeah, that's a
Just-
better way of putting it.
Just long enough to discern what it is without actually seeing the cover at the time.
Yes, this thing is a great evil.
Should I turn it
It's-
into soup?
Absolutely not. This will be locked away where the evil cannot touch its pages once more.
You'd rather lock it away than destroy it.
if it's locked away, then we know exactly where it is, and that no ill intent can fall upon it. The last many times in history that this relic has apparently been destroyed, it has resurfaced some decades later. And yes, young one with your hand raised again.
Hello, I'm gonna be totally honest. If I don't know what it is, I'm going to try and get it. So can you tell me what it is? So that doesn't happen?
We tried to warn her that that would result in her death, but she seems hell-bent on trying to do it anyways.
I am not a female. I am Envy.
Hey. It's been weeks.
Hey.
Lorian would have said it right even if I forgot.
That's okay.
Yeah, she gives you a stern look.
I'm being honest.
I mean, it wouldn't hurt to just tell her, tell them what it's about. Like, okay, no, you know what? No, because if the contents are evil, probably not good to say. I mean, at least the title of the book would probably.
No, this is important. What have we been carrying around in our possession? We should know.
I suppose.
Should I give her?
Well, welcome to some answers.
Should I tell her what I know of it, just in the couple of days that I've been in possession of it?
Yes. Pray tell me, has it touched your mind with its malign whispers?
It calls to a person's greatest desires and wants.
And you know of its power, at least tangentially, fucking words, inadvertently.
Yes.
This relic is referred to as the Codex of Malice. It is...
We knew that.
Yes, you did. It's written on the front of the book.
Yes, we knew that it was the Codex of Malice.
Alright, so what is it?
It is a tome of infernal lore that has long since been passed down by gods and demigods alike to their worshippers and followers. It contains great evils and many great powers. For many times in history, it has been used to amplify the power of an evildoer. For example, a single necromancer might be able to raise a skeleton with this in their possession and the suitable amount of time. They could raise entire graveyards at a mere blink, and that is just a fraction of its power.
I don't do magic, so...
One
more question.
Yes.
What classifies as an evildoer?
One who does harm unto others.
One who does evil.
I mean, technically we did harm onto others, so does that make us evildoers?
That was why I put in the evil part.
So suppose its intent and various morality is very strange.
The shiny one has the way of it.
The shiny one?
We brought violence upon evil, not upon innocence that didn't deserve it. She looks directly at Envy as she says the words, innocents that don't deserve it, when describing evil.
That makes sense.
It's around this time that Julius the Squire returns with another in tow, and between these two squires, they're carrying a runed chest that looks to be really, intricately designed. It's undoubtedly magical. There's runes carved all over the thing. They heft it up to Mother Magdalene's desk and crack it open, and there's felt lining with even more runes on woven into the felt.
That's not how you seal something away. You don't put it in just one place.
We're going to seal it in here, and then we're going to seal it in the great vaults of the large city of... Fuck, what did I call that fucking place?
Yarn.
No, not Skian. Skian's just a small... Oh, it's not small, but it's...
Maybe we shouldn't
More
tell
of a
them.
town.
Maybe we shouldn't tell them everywhere and exactly where to find it if it's going to be hidden away.
You don't hide it in one place. You pull it apart into different pieces, and then you hide it away in different places. That's how you hide something like that.
But if this tome is as magical and strong,
You don't just break magic like that.
you can't just break magic like that.
Precisely. Plus, the knowledge is beyond me. I'll seal it away for the time. This chest will keep it nice and safe, and I'll have my best escort it to the capital. There they can consult with the leaders of the Spire of Lathander.
Yeah, if it
They
was
will
just
work
as
out what
easy
to do
as
with it.
crushing it, that would have been done already. An old
Yeah.
sage once said, "Magic must defeat magic."
If only it were
Understandable.
that
That's not
easy.
true at all. I've defeated magic plenty of times.
Have you though?
Yes, but the kind of magic that requires multiple seals and hidden away, that's the kind of like you need a really, really, really strong deity to be like, no.
There's always a way to destroy relics. And in fact, she just said it's been destroyed before. Plenty of times. So you can probably destroy it.
Well, yes, but then it comes back.
Decades later.
Guys, you really got to speak up when you're making your argument.
Decades later.
Well, true, but you don't want to leave it for, then it's just the next generation's problem. We're gone, right?
Well, I figured if it can be destroyed, it can probably be dismantled and hidden in several different places.
She just explained to us that she's not capable of destroying it. That's why it's being locked away.
It's probably some powerful artifact that could do it, but since it's only temporary, it's one of those last measure things to prevent someone from using it.
Until a way is found to destroy it, and destroy it for good, and keep it from coming back.
That or to get rid of the person or people trying to use it, you temporarily, you find whatever blows it up and hope you can deal with them before it comes back.
How has it been tried to...
What's been used to destroy it?
Yeah, how did they try to destroy it in the past? What hasn't worked?
I'm not entirely up to date on my history of this particular item, but the one I do remember was it being plunged into an active volcano, though. Unfortunately, a few of those still exist in the realm.
Envy, what do you know of devils and demons?
Don't answer that question.
What do you think would...
I'm not able to say that in the house of a holy place.
Have you ever tried to destroy a demon or a devil
have
on this
not.
plane?
I have. Plenty of times.
Well, if you do, they don't die.
Question:
Duh.
If it's a tome of infernal work, it could be destroyed on an infernal plane, could it not?
We'd have to be able to get to one.
Oh, that's very true. It's not a
What if
great
the book-
place you can just easily go to and come back.
What if the book is alive? What if the book is a devil or a demon?
That's even more imperative. We seal it away.
That would be hella cool. Sorry. Hecka cool.
It's alright.
I mean-
swear, damn it.
Abyssa cool.
Abyss
We're in a
cool.
holy place.
While you guys are mostly chatting amongst yourselves, the squires have opened the casket and they're holding it open. And to satisfy envy, there's on the front of it there's 3 different looking locks. One of them was opened by a runed key. One of them was opened by a magic word, which was whispered so very quietly by the Battle Mother herself. And one was a sigil that was drawn. And in that time, you do not hear the word.
I mean, my passive is 17, but Jordan's not actively.
I'm not actively listening to it.
But yeah, once they get it open, Battle Mother Magdalene kind of poises herself and like extends her hands and kind of mentally prepares her mind and just builds her will to knowing that she's about to touch an evil relic.
Oh, wait.
I'll do it.
Do you want me to do it for you?
I've had it for 3 days. I don't think it's going to do much more.
You can put
I
something
don't
to my neck
expect any.
to make sure that I actually put it in.
I don't expect anything dangerous to happen, but I'm just mentally preparing anyway. It would be foolish not to take a moment to breathe and steady thine own defenses before, opening yourself to evil.
Exactly. Don't
Well,
worry. Look, I can help. I will take out.
Sorry, go on.
I'll take out something to psych her up with, and I bring the bagpipes.
If you play that in here, I will end you, young man.
Immediately put the bagpipes away. Take out the little tiny flute.
That's puts a hand on Battle Mother Magdalene's shoulder and says, "If it really concerns you, I can do it."
Nonsense, young man. I am the most equipped to deal with these relics.
I'm flattered. I'm opening a restaurant. Would you like to come to opening night?
As you're chatting away, she finally grasps the tome and just quickly lifts it and places it into the chest.
Huh?
Yeah, nothing happens, but it's kind of just protocol. If you're dealing with something evil, you just try to expose yourself as little as possible to it. And the moment it's resting there nicely, these guys close the casket and once again go about locking it, and they wipe away the sigil, they use the runed key, and they lean down and whisper something. And then the squires go about carrying it away. Well, yeah, you have no fucking idea what they were. Well, that was some excitement for the day.
Certainly was.
Come, friends, come, children. You've done the church a great service. It would pain me not to compensate you accordingly.
It would be much appreciated.
Question.
Yes.
Can part of my compensation be that your follower does not kill me?
My follower?
Yes. And then I point to
The children
Jordan?
have been fighting.
It's a very good way to put it.
She showed a keen interest in the book.
Yeah.
Of evil.
I wanted to know what it was, and I said, I was totally honest. I said I was going to try and get it if I didn't know what it was, but now I know what it is.
And I was totally honest when she tried to grab it from me that I would try and melt her face.
Yes.
You acted correctly, young Jordan. And I'm afraid I cannot protect you from her. That is something you'll have to...
It wasn't really protection, more just
I guarantee they won't be killed.
Something I'm not too worried about being killed. It's more so I don't know what I wanted from that, actually.
I told you your assurance, the assurances would cost you 25 gold.
Are you trying to extort their life?
That is definitely extortion.
That's exactly what I'm trying to do. I work for the church. That's kind of what we do.
The church does the best.
Hang on, wait. We gave a book to a church that extorts people? Hang on. I'm not cool with this all of a sudden.
Well, there is no we. That was Jordan and ours' job to do. You're just here to help.
I mean, look, you're not wrong, but also rude.
We've
been here. We've all been here.
You didn't carry any of the burden of the book at all.
Jordan, you find yourselves amongst such strange friends. Now, wait here a moment. I'll be back in just a minute. She then steps around the desk and wanders off to go and find
60,
some payment for you guys.
59, 58, 57, 56.
I imagine that Envy loses count and starts getting her attention is drifted to somewhere else.
So, just to be clear, extortion's not on the list of good things.
That means you're doing evil.
The 25 gold is for a diamond to revive you guys if you die.
You could have said that. I have 25 gold.
I did. I told you you three last night. Before the skeleton.
I was asleep.
Before the skeleton.
Yes, I was asleep when the skeleton showed up. That's what woke me up.
Before everybody went to sleep.
Why are we still fighting about this stuff?
Did you?
She
just
said she was interested in helping everyone.
Can I give you 25 gold? If it was something that you wanted, I would give it to you. I didn't need it to protect my life. If it was just gonna go to you for no reason. But if there's a reason behind it, I'll give it to you.
There's always a reason.
Well, if there wasn't a reason up front, if it was just gonna be like, I'm gonna have this 25 gold just to have, so that I have 25 gold.
You don't typically keep money. Usually goes towards something.
Speaking of...
I'll give you 25 gold then.
I guess Rocket will pass 25 gold over for it as well. Here's your allowance. Also, can I ask a favor from you two? And he points to
the lesbians?
Huh?
The lesbians?
Yes.
That is highly reductive.
They are a lot more than what they do alone.
You're allowed to be reductive.
Mm-hmm.
They're a lot more than what they do in the bed, okay?
Or in the book.
I mean, obviously, we were getting some raunchy dreams from that book.
It's true.
Whew.
Anyways, yes, continue, please.
Yes. Would you be able to assist me in drawing out the truth of someone, if you have magic for that?
Drawing out the truth? Like, can you...
After opening night.
Can you elaborate?
So, I need an enchanter. And after opening night, if it all goes well, I should have the way of getting to them. The bandit we threw in prison without hands.
Oh,
no.
Right, we disarmed her. I remember.
Yes.
If I'm given a day's notice or told the night before, I could prepare something.
I can as well.
It won't be happening tonight. It'll happen after opening night. I have to get the everything situated. What?
Are you planning to cook her and feed her to the populace?
No.
Okay, good.
She is of more use alive.
Is she? She doesn't have hands.
That's why I will give her hands.
Oh, you know she's a spellcaster, right?
Yes.
And she's probably really mad that we chopped her hands off.
Yeah.
But
So
wait, why do you need her? What do you need her to have hands? You could just use the truth thingy that some people do, right? That's a divine magic.
I'm going to offer her a deal. A way to better her life. She can either accept it or decline it.
What happens when she declines it?
Well, then she doesn't get her hands.
You want to discern if she's going to be honest about the deal, and if she is, she gets hands. If she's not, well, forget her, kind of thing, right?
You know, this is a really elaborate way of saying you were just going to offer her redemption. We work for the church. We understand how that works.
You asked for an explanation.
Yeah, but if you just said redemption, it would have been.
You don't want to reduce someone down to something.
You know, I mean, you know, we had this whole back and forth of you know she's pissed off at us and she doesn't have hands, and why are you going to give her hands? But you know, if you just said I was going to offer her a chance to better her life, then you know that would have cleared up like half of these questions right away.
But it was a fun conversation.
Was it?
Yes.
I mean, can't believe I'm gonna say this. I have to agree with Envy. It was kind of interesting to watch. Oh, I can't believe I just said those words.
Speaking of, has it been 60 seconds already? I lost track of counting.
It probably has.
59, 60.
I was actually counting backwards, but
2, 1.
Oh, she's not back in time.
Or is she?
About a mother.
But yes, Guzrock, I will help you to the best of my ability.
Appreciate it.
I can help too.
I'll help them to the best of her ability.
Don't you always?
Wink wonk.
Wonkity wink wonk wonk.
People are weird. I like it.
So anyways...
Yeah, sorry, I'm just putting a bunch of stuff together, which will ultimately be silly, but...
It's making a loot pinata. It's gonna be great.
Oh,
pretty much, yeah.
We're so tiny.
Alright, so I almost have enough for a diamond.
How much more do you need?
Let me get my abacus out.
You already counted my 25, right?
Yes, I accounted for yours and for Guz.
As you're going about flicking the abacus, Battle Mother Magdalene Larouse returns, hefting a big fucking crate, which she dumps on her desk before walking around and sitting at her, reclaiming a chair. Actually, no, she doesn't sit. That's fucking silly. She stands behind her desk and starts digging through the crate. She first pulls out 5 conveniently sized pouches and pushes them over to your side of the desk. Now, firstly, monetary compensation. And secondly, a gift to a daughter of Lathander. And she pulls out a... what did I fucking call this thing? Where the fuck did I put it? She pulls out a Morning Star, which is like a mace for anyone who doesn't know. And she whispers a command word, and the head of the mace just flares in brilliant light. And she mocks a few swings and leaves a trail for a brief second as this flare is swung around, and she hands it over to Jordan.
What is this beauty?
This is one of the first relics I was ever given as a young woman. It served me very well in my days, and now I'm passing it to you. This is known as Lathander's Flair. I will
Does it
work out how to show it to you.
I may or may
there
not
you
know
go.
what it does.
Lathander's Flair should be in your journal. It has a whole bunch of fucking cool shit.
I don't use weapons because I cast spells.
Yeah, that may be one of the features of this here weapon.
This weapon resembles a glowing morning star. This weapon can be wielded to its fullest capacity by a follower of Lathander. This weapon can be activated with a command word as an action, causing it to glow with a radiant fire. It sheds bright light in a 20-foot radius and dim light for an additional 20 feet. While the weapon is activated, weapon attacks and damage use the wielder's wisdom modifier instead of strength. Additionally, this weapon can be used for somatic components instead of the cleric. Awesome! Instead, the cleric draws runes of light before them to cast their spell. That's
There you go.
cool.
I'm forcing you to be a frontline fighter now.
Right? You are.
Like, oh, you want to use Shillelagh, but you can't because you need a free hand? You get that and Shillelagh.
I didn't take Shillelagh.
Now you just have it as a weapon. Isn't that great?
So does it just do like mace damagey stuff? Is that what it is?
Yeah, Morningstar, and you don't have to be proficient with it. The being a follower of Lathander covers your proficiency.
I just want to make sure that I can get it in my character sheet.
Yep.
For cleric, they can use maces.
Yeah, I have a mace.
Now you can just rename it.
That's kind of what I'm gonna do.
Got to actually write this down, but when it's glowing, it deals radiant damage instead of bludgeoning. Or
Okay.
piercing, whatever the fuck a Morningstar uses. And, young one, your hand's been up for quite some time. What is it?
Yes, I was wondering if you had either a way I could light my spiked chain on fire, or if you had a spiked chain that could be lit on fire.
I'm unfortunately fresh out, I'm afraid. But
You
I
need
do
to be
have
afraid.
some toys for you to play with. And then she pushes the crate over. Everyone may have one. And I'll post this in chat.
Please tell me there's a butt plug of spell focus.
There is now.
Yoink.
Or to get magically ass
What?
blasted.
He's like, now I'm the ass blaster.
Oh, dibs on the spice pouch.
Excuse me?
I already called dibs.
Yes.
I call double dibs.
Everyone can fight over one item. Everyone gets to choose one item, but there's only one of each.
Frost.
Are we able
Frost,
to ask?
Frost. I want to take a level of Artificer, and I'm taking that tattoo of Spell Rot.
Wait, does
I watched that yesterday. What the fuck did I do to myself?
Too late. Dibs. Dibs.
That's the find familiar one, right?
That's gonna be the 5.
The kid one.
Yep. It's mine now. You done goofed. It's over. Trying to give us trash items, us just ruined the game.
This dread helm.
A dread helm
It gives you
does.
spooky red eyes.
Yes,
Yeah.
I already have red eyes, but I get spooky red eyes.
They glow.
Wait, but I also wanted to look at other stuff. What is the lock of trickery?
Can I just choose to not have any of this? Why are you giving us the gift shop items, Matron Mother?
spent all of her money on the cool one for Jordan?
Yeah,
I'm
she
all for
did
that
give
spice
Jordan something really cool. And she also gave you 150 gold each.
How much?
150 gold pieces per person. Alright, who's taking what?
I am interested in the spice pouch, but if you really want it.
I really don't, no.
I take the spice pouch.
Question.
Mhm.
To bring it back to my earlier question, can I have the gold demon statue?
One of your companions said previously that you were planning on melting it down for its monetary value. I'd recommend that.
Never mind then. They can do that.
But that is, of course, not my concern. That is up to you and your friends.
I'll take this Dreadhelm stuff. And then I activate it, so I have red spooky eyes.
Yeah, I'm not overly concerned with, like, how it looks. So you can design the helm however you like. It just conveniently happens to look however you want it. So it can be like a half helm, or like it can have a whole bunch of spikes or something.
I will figure that out. I'll have to figure it out into my character design.
Question, which could
can it be little
determine
devil horns?
What's that?
What does the Lantern of Tracking track?
Oh, I forgot I put that on there. Let me work that out for you. I fucking checked every other page. Why don't you roll me a d10?
Two.
It tracks celestials.
Hey, you can find friends easy.
Hey, she gets 2?
The spell rot tattoo, I get to pick the first level. It can be any first level spell?
Yeah, sure.
I don't know, that's what I'm asking. I don't.
It's any spell that you can cast.
Yeah.
So it has to be
good berries.
More good berries? Oh my god, I should.
Just have 20 good berries you can do for free every day.
That heal for like, what, 6 or something?
4. 4 at first level.
Yeah, nice.
That's glorious.
Lorian take it?
Ren was joking because he linked a video the other day that described a wombo combo.
Yeah, I saw that before he linked it.
I didn't see it, and I thought you were being serious.
Oh no, you do find familiar. You make 2 bags of holding, and you have one familiar fly its bag of holding into the bag of holding of the other familiar near the big bad evil guy, and you just make a mini black hole and he dies.
Yep.
Yeah, it's dumb as heck.
And then you find out it's the big bad evil guy is just a spellcaster with plane shift.
I mean, if he was a bad guy with plane shift, we probably shouldn't have been fighting him in the first place. We're only level not high enough to deal with that bullshit.
Yeah.
4. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a preference for any of these items, so
I don't either. I'm thinking maybe the Orb of Time because we got stuck in a blizzard, and I play too much Rhyme that blizzards like are in that game are magical. So
Who said this is any different?
it could.
Decisions.
That Veteran's Cane would be real swanky, but I can't say no to the spice pouch.
Yeah, the spice pouch is pretty good for Guzrock.
I'll just take the cape so we can keep moving.
It's too thematic.
Sweaters, so what are we taking? Orb of Time, the spice pouch, the cane, the dread helm, and
Cape.
I'm taking the orb.
I'm taking the dread helm.
Eldril, what were you taking?
I have no idea. Probably nothing.
Can I take it for you?
Nah, it's too rich a prize. I'm not worthy of it.
Listen, it's just another gem that you're going to add to your person.
But it's ruby. It clashes with all the green. I'm not a Christmas
Red
tree.
and green go perfectly together.
I'm not a Christmas tree. This is how.
This isn't a Christmas tree. The Orb of Time will be good if we're in like a cavern and stuff.
Well, if anyone doesn't want this,
Until I take the keen mind feat.
Then you'll all be sorry.
Also, we're coming up upon our break time anyhow.
Cool.
So, why don't we go about doing that? And we can, your humble dungeon master can have the first beer of the day, because he's thirsty.
Yahoo! Do it.
And in the meantime, you guys can work out what you want, and then we can get moving.
Yeah.
We have a whole bunch of other chores to do.
Yeah, what we want, what we really, really want.
And shopping.
And shopping. Alright, well, we'll be back then. Y'all stick around for more. Yeehaw.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw. Alright. With that 150, I can afford one diamond. So I can only revive one person if you die.
No, the diamond shouldn't go away. Do they say it's used up when you do it?
Yep.
Oh, well then never mind. Yeah. Just don't die all at once, guys. Spread your death around. How much gold did they give us?
150 each.
All this chump change.
I mean, if you don't want it, I'll take it.
I mean, if it'll help you buy a diamond.
I mean, it will. Because I'm going to get... Because I need 100 gold for one spell component, which that's not going to be what Guzrock or Envy gave me.
You can have 100 gold.
Ooh.
Does Jordan open the pouch Battle Mother Magdalene gave you?
She would have, because she wanted to know how much money she got.
As you're digging through there, you might find a gem. But I'll leave it at that until the end of the break. Ta-ta.
Okay, I might be able to revive 2 of you. Unless it's a pearl. Oh my gosh, did he just give me a pearl of power?
Get bamboozled.
It's either a diamond or a pearl, and if it's a pearl, and it's not a pearl of power, I'm going to give it to the bard, who can cast Identify.
I'm going to get a drink.
I'm going to go to the bathroom.
Also...
I really liked what you sent me, Ren. Like, I want that in real life.
I send you a lot of good stuff, and you should want all of the things I send you.
I do, but this is what you sent me. That is like Jordan to a T, wings and all. Yeah. Except for there needs to be more blue, because
for context, I found cool winged armor, so it's not nearly any of the sexy things I send her, but they definitely still want.
Oh, one of the many dick pics that get sent back and forth.
Yeah, Dido said.
Hey, who told you about my dick?
It's a pretty good dick, though, Dido. Not gonna lie.
I mean, it is, but it's not for everyone.
It's not for everyone. All right, I'm really gonna go get that drink now.
I'll be right back. Hello, hello.
Welcome back.
So, since Ren's not here, I want to talk to you about a Ring of Spell story.
Isn't that a damn expensive ring?
Yes.
Let me have a look at that.
It is. No. Why did you do Ring of Elemental Air Command? It's not going to be for a while, but because it's a rare ring. So rare is like level 10 or something like that, typically. 10 or higher.
Oh, shitloads of gold, yeah.
Yeah. A wedding present for Jordan to give to Lorian. I want that to be her wedding ring, and I'm gonna stuff it full of ranged spells. Actually, I'm gonna put Spirit Shroud, Guiding Bolt, and Inflict Wounds in it, because it's not Jordan without Inflict Wounds, right?
Yes, I love you, and your ability to horrendously maim other people's faces.
I mean, he only had 1 hit point, okay?
True.
And in my head, that is what a real Christian would do to a heretic. Just melt their face. Witch!
Yeah,
You're
absolutely.
a witch! Jordan is very hard for me to play because I am not religious, but I imagine she is very strict in her beliefs and very fanatical in her beliefs.
Yeah, I get that. There's another word. It's not puritanical, but it's very similar.
Yeah, I can't think of the word either.
Puritanical seems correct, but that also includes, none of the fun stuff you and Lorian get up to.
Right. I think that'd be the only downside to either of their religions, but this is a fictional world. Maybe they're okay with it. And it's not like Lorian and Jordan have kept it a secret. Yeah, let me cast Inflict Wounds at 3rd level. Let me just roll 5d10 here.
I'm back.
30.
I went to go get
damage.
a drink, and instead I came back with vampire teeth and red eyes.
Nice.
You are level 5, right? You're monkey monk?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. No, yeah, right, we're all level 4. Never mind. I think.
We're all level 5 because Guzrock did a good thing with the skeleton.
Oh, right.
And you gave us a
I
level.
completely forgot about that.
Technically, I'm level 4 and level 1. But yes.
Yeah.
Alright, now I need to go change that.
So if the mace is lit up, it deals radiant damage instead of bludgeoning.
Yes.
I'm
gonna see.
It's basically it's basically just shillelagh, but it'll do radiant instead of just magical.
And hold on, I still have to change it because it uses my wisdom instead of my strength.
Wisdom.
It sure does.
Oh.
I may have to customize this item for D&D Beyond to roll.
D&D Beyond.
D&D Beyond.
Why?
D&D Beyond was not responsive for me, though.
Yeah, D&D Beyond right now is saying I do not have access to my character sheet.
Oh.
It says 403 forbidden. As you try to enter the 403rd level of the Endless Dungeon, the ancient dragon Raja rises up to block your path. The dragon has forbidden you from traveling any further. In other words, you don't have access to this page.
Slay it.
It's my character sheet.
Sorry, but you've been cut off.
What? It's because my subscription lapsed.
Oh, so now you have too many characters.
Too many characters.
Yeah.
Too many
Whoops.
characters.
And Shane, you are so lucky because forcing Jordan to be a frontline fighter, because her 2 highest scores are Wisdom and Constitution. Because I put it in Constitution because I intentionally took it to do Warding Bond eventually with Lorien and for my concentration spells.
Well, it worked out well then.
So it's like, I need a high Constitution because I actually want to use Warding Bond. And you can't if you have a low Constitution because you're taking damage. But they have resistance to all damage. I will not be twin spelling that because I would die.
Pretty good thing to twin spell if you got the health for it.
Yep.
I have 43 health.
Well, you definitely beat mine.
But I would have to get a pair of platinum rings for each person that I would want to cast it on.
Okay, so who's taking the Cloak of Billowing?
I was.
Okay.
Did you want it?
Well, I was gonna take the Spell Rot Tattoo if you were gonna take the cloak.
You can take the cloak. I'm sure I can spell rot something like smites into myself, so I can just constantly smite.
Yeah, you take
A
like
good feat for
Wrathful
a monk
Smite.
to have.
Actually, yeah.
2, typically, so that you can run up walls and walk on water eventually.
What is it?
2, TWO, 2 feet.
That's silly. That's silly.
Feet.
Because I could just take an ability score improvement and bring my charisma up to +2.
Are you planning on going more warlock or more monk?
Monk, but I wanted to do charisma for my performance.
You could take the entertainer feat.
Oh.
I think that's a feat. Isn't there like some kind of entertainment feat?
Yeah, I do believe so.
I just don't remember.
I don't know what it would be called though, because it's not entertainment. Actor?
Oh. Skilled at mimicry and dramatics. You gain the following benefits: increase your charisma score +1. You have advantage on deception performance checks, trying to pass yourself off as a different person. You can mimic the speech of another person or the sounds made by other creatures. You must have heard the person speaking or heard the creature make the sound for at least 1 minute. A successful insight check contested by your deception check allows the listener to determine if the effect is fake.
Would that be something Envy would have learned?
To imitate Rakdos? Probably. Or what he thinks Rakdos sounds like.
Yes, that makes sense. Alright, sure, we could do actor.
Or to imitate any of these churchgoers to make them think they shouldn't worship some weirdo of the light. You should worship Rakdos. Come on down. I enjoy that when I go rogue, I'm going to be putting my extra skill point into performance to make that a... I am not a bard built to sing and dance.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a bard built to talk my way out of situations and hide real good for a guy that is made of emeralds.
I'm trying to see if maybe there's another one that might be better.
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, because the only like benefits you could get are actor would be like the best one for that, because you could have taken the entertainer background, but that just gives you like performance
I'm the Rakdos
skill.
cultist background.
I took the magic initiate feat, so I could take Goodberry. So instead of Goodberry doing 1, it does 4, 4, 5, 6, depending on what spell level I cast it at. Or what spell slot I use. Yes. Oh no.
So I have both fearsome reputation and actor. I feel like those don't usually combine. I guess kind of, though.
It can.
I can pretend to be someone else so that I don't have a fearsome reputation.
But if you have a fearsome reputation because you're pretending to be Rakdos or a close association with Rakdos, it would make sense.
I wouldn't pretend to be him specifically, but
you could pretend to be someone close to him.
I could
and that would be your
bride.
There you go. You could just pretend you're one of the other ones. It's great.
I can be my boyfriend.
Impress them all with your neat party trick of being them.
Being yourself.
Just be yourself. I like doing it. Get it? Because I like being you. So be you.
Be you. We all can do it.
Jordan needs to go shopping.
Yeah.
When we are back from break.
I never know what to shop for.
Cameron just came up.
I did.
If memory serves, I think Envy had asked the guys at Angron's Armaments for something.
I did. It was after I came.
Yeah, that might be ready by now.
Ha!
And along with that, you guys have all
Also,
sorts of chores to do.
With chores? I mean, other than like daily stuff?
Guzrock has like a laundry list of things he wants to do.
like sing and dance to make it the best restaurant ever.
Also, for those of you guys who haven't noticed, I currently have red eyes and fangs now.
Assault.
I went to get a drink and Sid came back with those. Now I can't have a drink because I have fangs again.
I was gonna say, if you put the fangs in.
I mean, if I have a straw.
If you have a straw.
I just imagine, so in Sims, they have blood pouches for their vampires, where it just looks like they're sipping out of a high C pouch.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I imagine now.
That's what Delia has. My
Instead of high C, it's just A plus, B plus, AB.
But yeah, we don't have to get. Don't have to get like into the details because Ruck will. I mean, first step is just to send out invitations and advertising for opening night.
Yeah. I'd imagine at some point you go back to your restaurant, right? You have to go in there and
Absolutely.
at least look at it.
Oh no.
Yeah. Once you've dealt with all the temple shenanigans and all that, it's probably been a good hour or hour and a half. So it's just after midday. Guzrock rocks up to his fancy, handy-dandy restaurant and puts the key in, cracks it, unlocks it, steps inside. When last you left this restaurant, all the chairs and stools were up on tables and everything was, a bit dusty. It still needed to be cleaned and all that jazz, but you step in and you realize it's somewhat unfamiliar. You glance around and what the fuck? There are tablecloths on all the tables and everything's set up. And give me a perception check.
Wonderful. It's haunted. Well. Man,
Yeah,
I'm
sweet.
gonna get a drink with a straw.
You don't actually notice that you're not alone in the room. Eventually, a woman's voice calls out, you really like to keep a girl waiting. And turning around, you see someone you were playing about with a week ago or so. Allison.
Sorry.
Yeah. She's sitting up on a table, kicking her legs and, leaned back, mildly presentingly.
I'll go up and give her a hug. Big ol' high scoop her off her feet.
Yeah, she embraces you. It's lovely to see you. I heard you were nosing about asking for a woman who stabs things, and that just had to be me, of course.
Oh yeah, would you like to be a part of the restaurant? I can tell you that there will be occasional adventure where we have to go out and collect things.
You are a very strange man, Guzrock.
I'm someone told.
Well, cooking isn't one of my talents. I do have an eye for appearances and housekeeping and such of that nature.
Well, and if you really feel like stabbing things and there's any troublemakers, you just stab troublemakers and we'll kick them out.
Oh, I wouldn't want to sully your reputation.
My reputation for killing pigs?
The restaurant here.
Oh! Yeah. It's a no-ticket sort of deal. If they're causing trouble, then they're asking for trouble. And I think he'll go, look for a good spot to, hang Reldane on the wall, just as an intimidation factor.
In the same manner that you'd have, an umbrella stand. Or, a coat rack. Oh no, she exploded.
Not again.
You leave all your weapons at the door.
Video's back. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, she kind of watches you with amusement as you hang up the axe, and well, that certainly is doable. Though, my true expertise is information gathering. I chanced upon something really quite interesting that might, to anyone but you, would be completely useless.
How so?
Are you familiar with the Feywild?
Somewhat. I'm more familiar with the Abyss than the Feywild, but I know of the Feywild.
Well, you know of it, that's good enough. Some time ago, perhaps, reports have only been cropping up in the last week or so. Fey creatures have somehow bled into this world, into this realm of ours. And one such report involves something you might enjoy. I recall you're quite keen to find exotic ingredients, and these little adorable creatures might just be it. Have you heard of a sporling?
Have I heard of a sporling?
Chances are you haven't, because I stole it from a Kickstarter book.
Do I roll?
Yeah, give me a nature. Yeah.
Oh, 19.
Hey, yeah. Yeah, you've probably heard of... Like, just from the name, you can piece together that these things might be mushroom-like creatures. And she does follow up and say pretty much exactly that. They're strange little living mushroom creatures. Horrifically poisonous, but that can be boiled out. At least I'm assuming.
I'll find a way. Do they eat people?
The reports didn't say.
Alright. It would just be easier if they were evil, so some of my party doesn't freak out when I start harvesting them. Or at least not good.
At least not good.
He does air quotes for that.
Well, I'd have to imagine they can't talk or complain, so you're welcome to cast any foul machinations upon them as you desire, if it makes you feel better about hunting them.
Alright. This place does look amazing.
Yes. I gathered up the tablecloth myself. I thought they made it look elegant.
Well, since you're here, I think you deserve your first paycheck. And he will hand over 25 gold.
Hand over the best dicking of her life.
That too.
Yeah, the dicking comes after that.
Yeah, she graciously accepts your little payment. And she'll package up. She'll go on to explain that these sporlings have been seen in the north, conveniently roughly where you guys happened to open a portal to the Feywild, and some things happened, but it probably wasn't your fault.
Oh no, it's like it probably was his fault. He just doesn't care. He's like thinking, well, what good ingredients can I get from the Feywild, and what do fairies eat? So in case I have any Fey guests. This just means his clientele also expanded.
But yeah, that's the gist of what she tells you. She then goes on to give you just pleasantries. Yeah, lovely week, yada yada yada. We could do this over here on this wall, and stuff like that.
Do this on the wall, and we can do that on the table. It's alright, we'll change the tablecloth.
You gotta christen it somehow.
Yeah.
Just make sure that the
I was
table
gonna say she's like talking
rubber.
about like, oh, let's go do this on the wall, and he's like, oh yes, a painting would look nice there. She's just like,
Taking notes.
I feel like Gujrak is too old and has been around long enough that he'd pick up on it. If I was playing like a youthful, ignorant character, then yes, I'd probably do that. But no, I think he's wise to that.
I want to go get my spiked chain.
No, I will not. I will not have someone pee on my walls. I will do it myself. Thank you very kindly.
Anyhow, if there's anything else you need to ask her, feel free. Otherwise, we might move on to the shopping.
Nothing particular he'll tell her his plans and then get the invitations out, especially to Radimus and Cole.
Yeah, I like it. The finer details of which we can discuss at a later date. Anyway, we'll move on to Envy. All the while, everyone else can assemble a shopping list.
I already have a shopping list.
Okay, sweet as.
I do
Envy.
have a quick question
Yes, go for it.
about the sessions I was not here. I would have tried to find a way to get back in contact with Gluttony. Would I ever receive that or no? Or like where he's gonna go next, so I can send a letter. Just some type of information.
Yeah. He would have given you some vague information as he may be skulking around this town or something like that. And I reckon you guys, like the traveling troupe, would have some sort of codes, like similar to Thieves' Cant.
Hmm.
Or like, I don't know, you just send a flyer or something wacky like that.
Yeah.
So you're welcome
just like
to.
the Batman light with the Rakdos symbol.
It's not going to be that extravagant, but yes, I like it.
Okay, cool.
And then they all learn Skywrite.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, probably like some type of, because I do have a bottle. It's literally labeled from my Rakdos cultist background, a bottle of sweet red juice. And so I take that as we use that to mark things to let each other know where we are. Normally we're together, but
let me check this thing.
Yep, that's some of mine.
But cool. Alright, and then I have a lot of just random shit that I don't need, but I like them. Oh, so I don't have the gold demon statue.
Oh yeah, when we boil that down and make money out of it, how much is it?
You can probably rip 75 gold out of it. Actually, I'll make that 100 just so it's a nice round number.
Okay, everybody get 20 gold.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I go into the little armory shop, and I forgot the guy's name, so I'm gonna say I forgot it in character too. And I go in and I go, angry dude that likes to hit stuff.
Like this.
It's most of us.
You can't remember the name. You daft. It's all over the balls. It's on the sign out front. It's Angron.
Angron. I thought you said it's all over the walls. I thought you said it's all over the balls. And I thought that was your name.
I did too.
Angron, all over the balls.
He simply chuckles at that and then just I don't know, he probably picks up a weapon and starts sharpening it, because that's what he does most of his day.
You know what?
How can I help you, little one? Have you been killing things?
Yes.
Your hesitancy concerns me, young one.
I was confused for a moment because it's been a long few days, and I have not really been with my party during that time.
A solo killer. Yeah, that's fun too.
Actually, when I
Tell me about your battles.
When I was solo, I was actually preventing someone from killing.
Well, that pains me to hear.
But we did kill a lot of people before that, so...
Yes, good.
But I could do a lot more killing if you you have what I was looking for.
Yes, I heard my man Khan was playing with that just this morning. Khan! Come, present your chains. And from the back room, an equally big bloke, not equally, slightly smaller than this fucking hulk of a man, steps out, and he's wearing just like simple red garb, and he is fucking ripped. He's got a chain just wrapped around his left arm, and he's carrying a much smaller one in his right. Ah, yes, yes. The little one looking for a chain of fire. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, good.
Honestly, I forgot I asked you guys, and then some voice in the wind reminded me, so...
He puts the chain on the counter, and then walks back into the back room and comes out with, like, a training dummy, and puts it down, and there's a shirt wrapped around the training dummy that reads, Gilliman's Goods. Like the same logo as the store across the road. There you go, little one. Have a swing. Have some fun.
I want to swing it!
Yeah. Roll an attack.
With my normal spike chain?
Just roll me a D20 plus dex.
Okay. That's 16 plus 4.
There you go. Now, this thing is kind of fun. It's not amazingly impressive like the tool Jordan just got, but
that's okay.
It deals 1d4 bludgeoning damage and 1d4 fire. Except that is an explosive fire dice, so if you roll a 4, it re-rolls. If you roll a 4, you roll another one.
Haha.
I think roll 20 will do that automatically if you put an exclamation mark after the 1d4.
Okay.
But yeah, you swing this thing, and as you swing it, it hurdles at a great speed and like kind of catches in the air, and sparks start flying off it as it travels. And as you hit this like striking dummy, it cracks and flames burst out from the tip, and it like starts smoldering a little bit.
How to do this? And then I shoot a firebolt at it, not from the chain, but from my... I don't know if it's a wand, my finger, I don't know, however I use it.
Yeah. The chain can also be used for casting, specifically the firebolt cantrip as well.
Yeah. That's what I said. I was like, ooh, I know how to use that.
Yes. But that's cool. Your little plaything.
I like it.
When you punch it into roll 20, just give it a few practice swings to make sure that 1d4 is actually explosive.
Are we planning on doing combat today? Because I don't know if I'll add that in right now, because I'm not good at adding weapons in D&D roll 20.
Not too sure.
Okay,
we've only got an hour left, and we've still got a couple of chores to do. But yeah, let's move on to those.
Wait! I want to ask them one more thing.
Yes.
I say, hey dudes, I have a proposition. Would you guys like to be my dates to the grand opening of the best restaurant in town?
They kind of look at each other and kind of look a little bit startled. This question isn't about war or killing, so this isn't really their avenue. This isn't really their strong suit. Khan, what do you think? I don't know, my lord. We'll have to think on it.
Just say yes. Afterwards, we can go kill something, just we can't tell the other people. That can be part of the date.
This restaurant you're talking about. It's not a vegetarian kind of place, is it?
Oh, no. It specializes in all the meats, including dwarf.
Even better.
So that's a yes?
Yeah. It's a hesitant yes.
That's rude. I have to switch AirPods. Hello? There we go. Well, it wasn't switching over, but it did right when I said hello. Alright. Sounds good. I'm going to head back.
Yeah. Alrighty.
I probably go back to the restaurant and walk in on something I did not mean to walk in on.
Yes,
I just do finger guns and walk upstairs.
Lorian and Jordan, are you guys getting up to any fun chores while you're in town?
Yeah, it would be great to go shopping. Like we want
Yes.
to.
Yes.
I'm also going to go shopping, but I'm going to drag Aldruic with me because I'm going to send him on an errand for me.
Oh, thank you kindly for being a gopher. It's cool. I only play music and empowered by the gods. It's fine.
But it is an important
Bongo.
errand.
He just takes out bongos.
But I don't know what Lorian wants to go shopping for.
I didn't have anything in particular. You just kept saying you wanted to go shopping.
Oh,
I just
okay.
needed to
So
pick up slightly sturdier armor myself, but after that, if you have anything you need done, sure, why not?
I pull Aldruic away from Lorian. I need you to go to Guzrock's and tell him. This is stage whisper. I don't want Lorian to hear this, but a nice meal for two, and get that nice song ready.
Well, no problem. I can do that.
And then I'm gonna go shopping for. Okay, you said I found something in my pouch when I looked at my money. What was in there?
Yeah, Magdalene would have given you a diamond as well.
Okay. I'm still gonna go get another 300 gold worth of diamonds.
Yep. As a cleric, she, knows what Revivify is and knows that people die, so she just likes to help where she can.
Isn't it nice to have a sugar battle mommy?
And I also want to distract Lorian when we go when I go get my components for my I don't remember what the spell's called. Warding bond. Oh, look at that armor over there. Isn't it really, really cool? Maybe we can pick it up. Maybe it does something really cool.
Oh, this mithril full plate? Yes, I would like to try it on.
So while she's trying it on, I'm gonna also get the 2 platinum rings that I need for the warding bond.
Yeah, done deal.
Tell me about this mithril full plate I'm trying on.
It's full plate. It's made of mithril.
Pretty much. It's nice and light. It's seemingly got a bit of stretch to it, which is a bit strange. You wouldn't expect that out of metal, but yeah, the chain links just... like, the chain underlay at least is nice and flexible. Of course, What's that?
Is there a price tag on it?
You said it was full plate, yeah?
Yeah.
Shitloads. I think
I got
2,300.
I got it here because my generous DM has been giving out so much money. I got 100 gold. How much of the full plate will that get me?
The gauntlet.
3%.
Pinky on the right gauntlet.
You can continue to look at it for 5 more minutes. You'll have to clean it though before you put it back on the stand. Look, all I have is a cape that makes me look cool and a dagger that's more thirsty than like Lorian and Jordan are for each other. Okay, that's literally all I have.
Amazing, sir.
It's not even a +1. It's just a regular ass dagger.
That steals souls.
Yeah.
No, it just drinks fluids, and it didn't like the last couple things I fed it.
Those were the wrong fluids.
That's why I'm gonna hope my
This
385.
Is the of innocence.
Ugh, pugh, what is it? Like, oh no, you wanted virgin monsters. My bad. Gotta go to the monster comic book shop. Find plenty there.
Yeah. While Mithril Full Plate is pretty fucking expensive, you might be able to find like Mithril Chain, and that would only run you, I think, $865.
Just a casual.
Still out of the price range.
I can give you 100 and... What do I have left after buying that diamond? I can give you 160.
Mm-hmm. Still really short.
Have to find the armor and see if I can get some cool studded leather armor. It's the best I could wear.
Well,
I am a soft baby at 15 AC.
Could we put it on layaway?
can we put it on layaway?
They're gonna need more than, like, what, 3%? So, if you can at least provide half the gold, then yeah.
Really, Target puts things on layaway for less than 3%.
It's true.
Really? Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, layaway is for those people who don't have money and hope they can reach it in time. Usually
And
because they know
Target-
you won't be able to reach the layaway time in time, and then they get to keep your money, or most of it.
Yes. Big old scam, basically.
Target is the archery store across the street.
Yeah, exactly. It's the Ranger outlet. So I set down a sack full of pennies because I have 500 copper here. What do we say? I think that's a sufficient down payment.
Yeah, the attendant just kind of looks at you and kindly requests that, would you, please remove the armor and leave, madam?
I'm trying to pay a down payment.
I'm afraid you lack sufficient funds to leave this store with our precious mithril plate.
Fine.
Only bring Electrum.
I leave them a combination of flour, ball bearings, caltrops, and alchemist fire, and then I pull the pin as I leave.
Lorian is now a wanted criminal.
Yeah. No, I don't do that because I'm not shady.
That's just
war
what's
criminal.
going on in her head.
Just war crime pops up above your list of personality traits.
Yeah. But if I sing a sad song a few episodes later, I'll be totally.
What's so great about this mithril, anyways?
It makes me really flexible.
Even more flexible than you already are?
Wait, I'm still with you guys, right? Because I haven't gone off to do that.
Yeah, I suppose.
I mean, if you want to be.
Aldric's like, it's basically, you can make it into heavy armor without any of the negatives, like, you know, being able to fat roll is not an issue anymore.
It's also much quieter.
You can parkour
I can parkour.
quietly.
Oh, yes.
And I can
She
go
could-
parkour and not be noticed.
She could do like a somersault in that while still having all the protective qualities of heavy armor.
I mean, she looks really hot when she does a somersault.
It's true.
What is Lorian's dex, by the way?
Yes.
Not amazing.
Okay.
It's not terrible.
7.
It's a 14, sir.
Okay.
You're not a sir.
Half of 14 is 7.
You're correct.
I win.
You are correct. And that's not
Oh.
how you modify her.
Now I need to go browse for studded leather armor before I do my task. Give me the best of the best. I don't want to die.
The store.
Sorry, go on.
The store does have a few things that you might be able to afford. They have a +1 boomerang.
I could never catch that thing. It's just, I need studded armor. It's just something protective. I am squishy.
All right,
Don't
so I
mind.
guess
Don't
I'm
mind the
done
gem
shopping
skin.
Otherwise, they also have like moon-touched weapons as well. But I think you're already good in the weapon department.
You know, if we pull enough favors for the church, that armor might not be too far off, love.
You know, if you sold 2 diamonds, you have 600 extra gold. I don't know where we'd get diamonds, guys, but you know.
Actually, why don't you
Down payment.
roll me a persuasion check? We'll just see how keen or how interested in this armor you are, and how impressive you are trying to make this buy.
Can I slide in to help? Because I have a 9 to persuasion, so.
Yeah, you can do the talking.
Can I cast guidance?
I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
Yeah!
That's not bad at all. Roll me a D100. And D100 minus 15. Okay.
Yes, I've gotten into the negatives.
That didn't work the way I wanted it to. Okay. They do.
What about a payment plan? We could make small payments
No,
over the
we already
course of a
tried
month.
that. They're not interested in making actual money.
Yeah.
Yes, but what about if I sweeten the deal with a constant performance anytime I'm in town? And I'll buy any studded leather you have here. As a sign of good faith that we believe in the business.
They can offer you mithril chainmail for a very reasonable price of 275 gold.
He'll look back. What kind of armor do you use now?
Who's that?
Do you?
To me, right now, the armor I am using is chainmail.
Okay, so for only like 200 and something, we can get you a mithril version of that.
I mean, I guess, but if we were gonna invest in mithril, might as well go all in. I can put in 100. Well, that's not true. I hand over 100 gold and 200 silver. That should equal. What do we need?
That'll be 120 gold.
Oh, it's only 45. How much was the mithril chain?
The chainmail is 275, and they might even drop that down to 200 if you trade in your existing chainmail.
That's what I would do. I wouldn't keep the original.
So yeah, 200 gold for some mithril chainmail.
Yeah, so I hand over
The
200 silver and 100 gold.
Yep, done deal.
I could have helped you buy that if you wanted.
We helped handle the price down. That's all right.
Happy to help. Do you have any studded leather? I don't. Do I have to find somebody else? I don't know where to get it. This town is confusing.
This is an armorer, so they'd have it as well. A standard set will run you 45 gold, unless you want glamored studded leather.
Yes, I want glamored so I look cool all the time instead of a big, weird rock dragon that's really green. So how much is glamored? Well, the studded
Very
leather.
expensive.
Shit.
Considering your perception check, I'll knock it down to a hearty 500 even. Which for a rare item is pretty damn good, I think.
Still can't afford it, but
How much are you short?
145 gold.
I
You
can
can
hand
give me-
you the 500 copper pieces and like do what you can.
Slam a big bag of That's like 5 gold, right? We got the.
Listen, it's helping. Probably.
I will. So how much more do you need for that glamour stuff?
140 now.
I will hand him my 500 copper. No, I won't even hand him all of the 500. I will give him my 400 of my copper. And whatever the rest, because I'm not going to do math in gold.
So 135 gold, I think.
136, because she's only given 4 gold worth of copper.
Got to get rid of those pennies somehow. How much gold?
I understand.
136.
Okay. There you go. We all got pretty things today.
It's a good thing I'm not evil. I would be like, let me play a song for him, and then use enthralling performance to charm him. Be like, you'll give it to me for like 50 gold. It's fine.
Yes, I think the paladin and the cleric might have some gripes with that behavior, but
look, I can charm anybody listening to that song.
I'm not bothered by it if it gets me full plate. I'm willing to overlook it for the greater good.
Well, the greater good.
Let's see, could we do that? Wisdom saving throw against my spell DC. It ain't great, so I don't know if I want to risk it yet. We'll be back. We'll make a trade-in.
yeah. Either way, it was still a productive afternoon. You got some glamored studded leather and some mithril chain. And Jordan would easily be able to find a couple of rings. And another diamond.
Yes.
I put down the extra stuff I'm going to do on the side and get going. If you could just tell me how much money I need to put down for those 2 things. I have the materials.
Oh, this is a +1 AC. Hell yes.
It is.
It's even better. Now I have 17.
What's a +1?
Lauren, why don't you and I give Gus Rock's restaurant a little test before his opening night?
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea.
Oh, well, good thing I have to take care of something else. You guys plan your fun time, I guess? Yeah. Bye! Wings out, starts flying.
He knows we can fly too, right?
Yes!
Honestly, he's seen us do it before, so you would think yes.
He's just gonna look like he's casually flying away, but he's constantly looking over his shoulder. So he can make it to Guzrock's to get their date set up.
He's gotta get there first.
So do I get a nice show before dinner? With your new armor? Are you gonna do some flips for me, love?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Hold on, let's see here. Parkour. And she does a tumble. I'm almost as good as Envy at this point.
Beautiful.
Like basically
it
a
wasn't a
monk.
5
It's
in the dice roll.
Yeah, it wasn't a 5, so almost as good as Envy at this point.
So what do we do with the rest of our day before we go to dinner?
Wait, dinner? Oh wait, we just made these plans. Yeah. How much time do we have?
It's probably getting to late afternoon, 4 o'clock-ish, so you've probably got an hour for old people, 3 hours for normal people, 5 hours for people that eat dinner late.
Okay. Well, I could go check in at the manor, get changed. She'll probably do the same. We haven't had a bath in forever.
Yeah, I do kind of stink a little bit.
Yeah. I know Guzrock goes for that eau naturale, but we're in civilized towns.
So, we can meet at Guzrock's at sundown. Wear something nice.
Certainly. Or I could pick you up.
Either way.
Okay.
It'd be nice to be picked up.
Lorraine's gonna rush back to her family estate and get cleaned up, and then I'm gonna cast Find Steed.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I like it. What does your steed look like?
That's a great question.
Hmm.
Oh shit! I get options here, y'all. Warhorse, pony, camel, elk, or a mastiff might allow other animals to be summoned as steeds.
Summon like a cool divine tiger.
Hell yeah, battle cat. No, she's probably just gonna have a horse.
Undead horse.
No.
A holy undead horse.
The Holy Bones.
Holy Bones. It would just be a celestial horse, but it takes on that because they changed the Eladrin in 5th edition, but it would be whatever the equivalent of what the Eladrin are now, or what they used to be, and whatever replaced them. So it's kind of like the chaotic good celestials type of appearance to it, where it's not quite the 7 mountains of heaven Celestia looking horse, but it looks more wild and not quite fey, but it's still very celestial. It looks like a big Clydesdale, and it's kind of Celtic holiness. Yeah. So she's got a big horse, and that's what trots up to where she can pick up Jordan.
Jordan just lives at the church. Cheap room and board. We have to wait till Druid delivers my message.
Oh.
Who's landing at Gus Rocks and like knocking on the door. Squirming into his new studded leather armor so it'll fit right.
He answers smoking a cigar. Yes.
Hey, so and he kind of leaves it like, hey, you know, Jordan's a little secret favor.
Okay.
It's like, first off, check it out, and he'll say blathering blatherskite and make the armor look like a tuxedo.
Fancy.
Right, this is so cool. Oh, also, and he'll take out he's like, okay, so need a reservation for your restaurant. I have a reservation table for 2. When you open tonight.
When?
Tonight.
Tonight.
Or no, when you open. Sorry.
No, tonight. At sundown.
Okay, yeah, tonight, sundown.
Be there or be square.
Turns his palm like he's reading something. He had to write hastily as he's coming here. Nice section, lots of good lighting. I will provide entertainment and nice music.
I'd like to insight check who this is, he may be talking about, because we only just started getting the advertisement out and we don't open yet. 11.
It's just some, what would I roll against that?
Deception if you don't want me to know.
I mean, you said my name.
Yeah, I did say Jordan.
Oh, right. Never mind. 22.
It's for Jordan and Lorian. We're gonna do something nice.
Oh.
I mean, it was her request, but I think we should do something nice. It'd be fun.
You know what? Sure. Are they expecting exotic ingredients?
I don't know.
Or would they rather not be the first to sample such?
Suppose a more romantic dinner, perhaps?
So, lots of nudity, locking of horns.
Nailed it.
Okay, romantic for them. I know.
Oh.
I mean that's something that my people do too, but it's a little
romance.
it's a little above some people, so just a simple romantic dinner probably.
Less cultured romance. Okay, I got you.
We need dim lights, rose petals, roses, candles.
I am also here now as Envy's just hanging in the
Nah,
rafters.
She said she was going there.
Yeah, yes, thank you.
Be there, be support.
We'll do something really nice, and I will provide free entertainment for your restaurant tonight.
All right.
Well, it's before it's open, but it's for friends, I guess.
Yeah, the friends get the free discount. He just leans over.
You would also see that he's also wearing a tablecloth.
Mm-hmm.
Just around his waist.
Just around the waist.
It's a good classy look.
We should probably replace some tablecloth.
They probably have plenty of extra.
I don't know. They were not here beforehand, according to Guzrock.
I just like that they did that with Envy there watching.
Right?
Hey, Envy had gone upstairs, did finger guns, and went upstairs or wherever the back room is.
I was gonna say you don't know if Envy's into that. You gotta figure that out.
No, I am only into it with one man and one man only. But yes, we need to get the we should probably move all of the tables into a back room and just have the one table in the middle to make it more like they're the only two people in the room.
We could you could have a special section for the couples that reserve it.
This is just for tonight.
And if it's if there's some people, maybe it'll cost some people to be jealous that they didn't get the spot, and then you have a lot of reservations.
That is true. I like this idea.
We'll build up the hype.
All right.
And then, does this place have an upstairs?
Yes,
Yeah.
It does.
You made one.
And a downstairs.
Ooh, a downstairs.
We can make one of those rooms like a lover suite too. Could be a package deal. Dinner and a show. A private show.
Oh no, you okay? Dino, you alright?
It just came out my nose, but it's okay.
We'll do the whole thing for him. It'll be great.
Well, we will not be the show, but
Yeah.
package deal. More than one type of package, if you know what I'm saying.
Hey.
I don't know if actually they're lesbians, so
They can be whatever
We
they want.
we don't know what celestial blood gives to you.
Package could be the booze.
Besides cool glowing eyes, you know, you could get all kinds of
I got glowing
things.
eyes, and I put on the dread helm.
Oh, that's what that does.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so neat. You could really intimidate somebody with that.
Yes, like my red eyes and Rakdos cultist symbols do not already intimidate people enough.
Alright, let's do this. And Guzrak will start getting things set up.
Montage!
Yeah, montage, everything. Gets like a nice little chef's hat that I imagine is like a chainmail chef hat.
Or even better, it's a chef hat, but it's like impaled on one of the horns, or like where the horn would be.
Just like, and he'll start prepping meal. There you got the like candles,
Guzrak!
petals. Yes.
Are we going with the lover suite idea? Do you want me to set up a room?
Okay, you do that.
Do we have a bed?
Of course, there's a bed.
Okay. I mean, you guys were not using a bed earlier, so
No,
I
we
just
were not
wanted to
using
make
the
sure.
bed. In fact, we threw away those tablecloths.
That's okay. I was just making sure that you had a bed because I feel like that would be the preferable option. But that's okay.
On how raunchy you're feeling.
Guzrock has been in a tent with Lorian and Jordan. They know. Guzrock knows they don't need a bed.
Hey, I will throw it up. I'll make it all fancy. You know, my favorite color's red and black technically, but I'll go.
You're gonna have a nice romantic evening and turn into like a cultist bedroom.
Yeah,
Just like
put the goat skull up on the pillow.
Just prestidigitation the red to gold. Like there you go. We just take care of that.
Go in. You see on the bed sheets or the comforter, like in the corner, very small. There's just an embroidered Rakdos symbol. But yeah, I'll do that. I will use my knowledge of romance to make it all look nice.
Fantastic. Guzrock, what kind of meal do you make for these young individuals?
Well, romantic for Minotaurs is probably not the same. So, I do think he spent enough time in civilization that he probably has a good idea. He's gonna do we're gonna do like a yak Wellington for the main course, and the appetizer are gonna be like these fancy breaded peppers, and there's gonna be wine, and then dessert's gonna be tiramisu.
Yes.
Yeah,
The
why
best
don't you
dessert.
give me chef's tools if you have them, otherwise any skill you find appropriate.
Do I have advantage?
Yeah, sure, you do have a bunch of specialist ingredients.
Yes.
And you have the chef feat,
And
right?
I have the chef's feat, and I have the magic spice pouch now too.
Yeah.
You have the 11 herbs and spices.
I do.
They're LSD. That's all of them.
22.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I like it. You're able to assemble all of these meals pretty damn well. Like, you know, the Wellington is nice and wrapped. All you have to do is chuck it in the oven and give it a nice bit of time to roast in there, or bake in there technically. And everything else is starting to smell pretty good as the time draws near.
Do we get to sample?
Yeah, there's probably...
We'll take the end pieces off of the Wellington that they always cut off.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll have our own
This is so
romantic dinner
good.
in the kitchen.
Blackjack
Away from everyone. With the scraps.
We'll have our own romantic dinner with Rakdos and Hooker.
Rakdos and hookers.
But yeah, with a 22, you're able to cook it all real nicely, and you time it almost perfectly, so that just shortly after being seated is when the entree is just about to be prepared, kind of thing.
I do think, like, for his, I'll save the presentation for when it happens.
Can I be the hostess?
Sure.
Allison promptly takes that job.
Oh yeah,
Can I
Allison.
be the bartender then?
Allison's in charge, okay? She's the co-manager.
Allison.
The co.
Can I be the waiter?
Yes, you can be the waiter.
Haha! I will take their orders. All right.
There is no orders. It's a set menu.
No, it's okay. We'll have to. Hey, I have that in mind. We'll have to RP it all out.
They'll take the food to them. Big fancy explanation for it's meat wrapped in mushroom and bread.
Yeah, I have it all planned out. I walk up. I say, "Hi, welcome to Guzrock's place. What would you like to drink?" JK, it's already preset. This is your drink. Here you go. This is what it's called. And then I go away.
Oh, you wanted to pick your meal? Tough shit.
I go into while they drink, and then I come back and I say, "Oh, I'm glad you guys had time to look over the menu. I already know what you want." And then I whip out the dishes. Because there was no
already
menu to start
done.
with.
Yeah, they're like, what do you mean? We didn't get a menu, and all of a sudden you're like, bam! Plates of food already.
Be like, exactly.
Alright, so Allison has her job. Everybody else got their jobs. I think we're good.
Oh, and out of respect, I took off my coat, my red jacket cloak thing that has the big Rakdos symbol, and instead I am just wearing my black outfit that has the band on it.
The band.
The Rakdos band.
The band.
I like it.
So it's not as in the face.
The Rakdos band is called. What is Rakdos's band called? What kind of music do they play? I need to know.
The Seven Deadly Sins.
7 Deadly Sins.
That's what my troop's called.
Everyone thinks it's just an act. Like, no, that's what we are. Wow, you guys. It's not a face.
Cool. What we doing?
Yeah, I will have been spending all that prep time till they get here playing various instruments till I find one that sounds good enough for a romantic evening.
A lyre if you need one.
That would be great.
I hand you my lyre, but make sure you give it back at the end of the night. That also has a Rakdos symbol carved into it.
I'll hand you my bagpipes. Please just keep them from me. I'll be compelled to play them. It's what I grew up playing. I gotta not do that. It'd be terrible.
All right, sounds good. And I hold on to them.
Take my bagpipes as collateral.
And then you're like, oh, I'll be tempted to play them. And so it's just you're playing your nice music. Suddenly in the back here,
Just envy in the kitchen, bored, waiting for the plates to be plated. It's like, we got to get everything ready.
Speaking of, everything seems to be nicely planned. Jordan, tell us about how you spend your time and how you drag Laurie into this fancy little gathering.
Well, I all I did was ask. She said she'd pick me up. But she doesn't know how. She's kind of like, why would she? But she doesn't dwell on it. She's too, like, stressed at this point. But she takes a nice long bath, and when Lorien finally arrives, she'll be at the top of the stairs, just outside of the temple. Her hair, which is usually just all down, she'll have like braided into like a nice crown, and she's just wearing nice white and gold, very Grecian dress robes. And she has like a gold laurel in her hair that she's cast light on that just gives off like a dim glow, just so that she just looks a light, because, you know, that's her thing. And just some nice little gold strappy sandals.
I'd say she looks lit.
She does. She looks lit.
Mm-hmm.
Precisely. Yeah, I like it. Anyhow, Lorien picks up Jordan. All that fun stuff happens. Everything happens in between.
This is new.
Exactly?
When did you get this beautiful horse, love?
Are you kidding? I've always had them. No,
They were
I'm
inside
just
me.
kidding. This is new.
They were inside me the whole time. I just had to pull their spirit out.
Yeah, something to that effect.
It's a rental, I'm sorry.
It's a rental. And technically not wrong.
I have it for 8 hours and it has to go back.
Is Lorien wearing her signature dark black colors?
Yes, but Lorien would have changed appropriately. They're in more of the more early 1900s, you know, transitioning into a modern military kind of like dress uniform type, but it's slacks, a jacket, a few of the iconography of their side of the church sect that they're in. They don't have their sword with them.
You are looking beautiful as ever. She gets on the horse and gives her a kiss.
Oh, please, you're the one who rocks a dress.
I mean, I like to look pretty sometimes.
You look pretty all the time.
Even when I'm covered in blood.
Especially.
Maybe we can save a little bit of the blood for later. You know, I was kind of thinking about that book. And some of the visions it gave us. Well, I don't know what exactly it gave you, but
Are you saying you're feeling inspired?
I am feeling very inspired. I just didn't want to do it with the book around.
I'll have to remember that once we get some wine into us.
I hope Guzrock has... I mean, Guzrock would have some good wine, right?
I would hope so.
I mean, his soup smelled amazing, even if it was made of people. Like, he should be able to make, like, non-people food just as well.
Yeah, that's the hope. I could really go for some non-people food right now.
You know what I could really go for? Some tiramisu.
Yeah, tiramisu would be great.
I haven't had any in so long.
I hope he has tiramisu.
Mmm.
You know what I really want, though? Variety in my menu choice. I want to be able to look at options and really just decide what I want to eat.
Well, I mean, love, the restaurant's not quite open yet. I mean, I guess we're kind of stuck with what they give us.
I mean, but if they want to be a truly inspiring restaurant, they should have menu options. Like, what happens if they bring kids there? Do they even have a kids menu?
Guzrock might eat the kids or cook them.
There's the kids menu. It's for the children.
Yeah, that is the
Very
kids
well
menu.
eat the children. That is true. I didn't take that into consideration.
But I mean, he's not even open yet, so
We could.
I'm kind of excited to see what he just comes up with on the fly, you know?
That's true.
I mean, that's the adventure, right?
It is.
Not knowing. Keeping the palate open. But sometimes roots are good too.
Yeah.
As we pull up in front of Guzrock's.
Yeah. We are nearing the end, though. We want to do this stuff next week.
Yeah.
Yes, that's probably appropriate, unless you can pump out all this romance in 8 minutes.
I don't want to rush it.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
We got the whole scene planned.
Alrighty, sorry about the fairly tame episode this week. I
That's okay.
didn't have much of anything planned, so
Which is good, because it was-
shopping episodes usually are.
It was roleplay driven, so
it was nice. I got to sit back and do fuck all.
Have to make some actual planning preparations for next week. Ha 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 ha.
Hey, I made one monster this week.
Yeah.
hey, how old is Lorian anyways?
Probably in her 20s.
Oh, you baby. You a baby for an
That's
Asimar.
that's a young Asimar.
Oh,
Yeah.
Probably a little older. I don't know.
Calendar was 87 and Warren.
They live up to 160 years old.
Yeah. Well, she's probably 40s.
Nice
That
young
was what I
adult.
was picturing for Jordan. Like, they're still young, but they're not like...
Young adults.
Yeah.
Young
They still put avocado on their toast, but they don't make bad business decisions anymore.
Avocado on a toast is a bad business decision.
Avocado
It's
on
a delicious
fucking Vegemite
business
toast.
Avocado just on anything is a bad decision.
Yeah, I don't fuck with avocado. It's
Oh, you're all dead to me. Avocado is fantastic.
It's horrible,
It's like butter, but it's not from an animal.
but it's green and it's squishy.
It's very much a texture problem for me.
Same.
All right.
It's like
Good night, everybody. We're
Good
gonna wrap this
night.
up.
Good night.